You think you lack discipline. You think you're lazy, inconsistent, unfocused. So you push harder. You talk to yourself sharply. You use pressure as fuel. And it works for a while. But here's the truth most people miss. The voice that pushes you isn't strength. It's an internalized threat. It's not discipline. It's obedience. And as long as that voice is in charge, your progress will always come with anxiety, exhaustion, and the quiet feeling that something inside you is being overridden. This isn't a motivation problem. It's a problem of who holds authority inside you. Carl Jung understood that the psyche isn't one voice. It's a system of inner figures. And for many people, the one in charge is the inner critic. This voice says, "You're behind. That's not enough. If you relax, you'll fail." You call it drive. You call it ambition. But it motivates through fear, not direction. It was built in an environment where approval felt conditional, where mistakes felt costly, where being good enough kept you safe. So your nervous system learned pressure equals survival, and it internalized that pressure. Shame creates fast compliance. When your worth feels threatened, your body mobilizes. Adrenaline, focus, urgency. You move. So your brain concludes, this works. But it doesn't build strength, it builds tension. You don't grow capacity, you grow control. That's why shame-based discipline always ends the same way. Burnout, procrastination, collapse. Not because you're weak, but because no system can live under constant threat. Some people soften the critic and replace it with duty. The inner parent says, be consistent, do what you should, stay responsible. This creates stability, but not aliveness. You can live your whole life doing what's expected and still feel strangely disconnected. The true self is different. It doesn't yell, it doesn't threaten, it doesn't rush. It moves from clarity, not fear. Action from this place feels grounded. Not easy, but clean. And that's why most people don't trust it. It feels too quiet compared to the critic's urgency. If you're ruled by the inner tyrant, rest feels unsafe. Stillness brings guilt. Ease triggers anxiety. Doing nothing feels like falling behind. Not because rest is wrong, but because your system learned that control equals safety. So even your productivity becomes frantic. You're not moving toward meaning, you're running from discomfort. You don't silence the inner critic by fighting it. That just creates another authority. You weaken it by withdrawing obedience, by noticing, is this action coming from fear or from truth, and choosing to move without self-punishment. One task done without proving worth. One boundary set without explanation. One moment of rest without justification. At first, this feels wrong because your system expects punishment. When it doesn't come, confusion appears. That confusion is the beginning of freedom. You don't lack discipline. You're obeying the wrong inner authority. The voice that pushes you kept you functioning when you needed protection, but it cannot lead your life. Because discipline built on fear will always demand the price, and discipline built on alignment will feel quieter, but it will last. The question isn't, how do I push harder? It's, who am I letting command me? Because whoever holds authority inside you decides how you move, how you rest, and whether your life feels like a fight or a direction. Sit with that.